What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone is healthy and well today. Today, I bring to you a highly requested video. Thank you so much to all my beautiful supporters for spamming, flooding my comment section, telling me to check out this video. I may be a little late towards this, though. I may be a little late towards this video, but it's okay. What matters is we are checking it out now. Feel free to follow the Twitch and check out all my other channels in the description down below. Today, we will be reacting to why Australia is key to the U.S. military's new Asia strategy? I didn't even know about the new Asia strategy. See, this is how I know this was probably sometime in the past. I'm highly unaware about this. Seriously, this is my first time checking this out. How long ago was this video made? Look, we're gonna end this right a year ago. I'm a year late. Is a year late that bad? I don't know if a year late that bad. I mean, few months is okay, but a year is like, all right. But let's go ahead and see what major role did Australia actually play in helping the US with this? Because it seems, when it comes to the US and when it comes to stories, they seem to only tell their side and the things they've done. And they don't really seem to mention the people that helped them in the times of battle or war or the process of doing this or that or the project. Like they don't give other people the credit that helped them, make things possible. And that's what I noticed about my country. Really conniving, and that's why I'm on that mission to learn. You can't fool me.
I'm traveling into Australia's remote northern territories, riding with the U.S. Marines as they deploy into over 500,000 square miles of outback.
Okay. Outback. They be dropping them off out in the middle of the outback and they don't be knowing what to do. Imagine you just got dropped off at the outback. That's the worst place to be left stranded. Now I know they got signals and stuff, but still, that's like a fear of mine because of like how everyone describes it. Well, of course these guys got pipes and stuff. They got artillery and everything. They'd be perfectly fine. Animals and all that. Shred them to pieces.
Over 500,000 square miles of outback.
500,000? No.
As tensions between the U.S. and China continue to increase, America is sending thousands of troops to Australia and building infrastructure at key locations in the country. In a strategy to prepare for a potential war over Taiwan, the U.S. is increasing its military presence here to a level not seen since World War II.
So, a war in Taiwan, this ain't happened a year ago, so I'm guessing that it bypassed over. So, there was no war. The war didn't happen. So, all of this basically was for no reason?
The US and China have described Taiwan as the region's most volatile flashpoint. Taiwan is regarded by China as part of its territory, and Beijing has vowed to take control of the island by force if necessary. Right. President Biden has said the US would intervene militarily if that happened, potentially bringing America and China into direct conflict. Australia's geography offers advantages for the US. Lying outside the range of most Chinese missiles, the country has been compared to an unsinkable US aircraft carrier.
We're flying into the northern Australian outback. We're going to go visit a Australian air base where the U.S. is spending tens of millions of dollars to upgrade infrastructure as it beefs up its footprint in the region.
Tyndall is one of those sites, an air base that will soon be able to host up to 6 B-52 bombers, long-range aircraft that can carry nuclear weapons.
Hey, when our troops get trained, when our troops get trained and they come down to Australia, you take them to the outback or wherever you guys do the training at together. Does the U.S. pay you for that? For teaching your sequences as well and your field tactics and everything? No? Let me know, please. I understand we're allies. Allies not really supposed to be. But do we reward in some type of way? Seriously.
6 B-52 bombers, long-range aircraft that can carry nuclear weapons. The runways and facilities here are being significantly expanded, making Tyndall one of the only bases in the region able to host B-52s. Officials say bombers will soon begin making more frequent deployments here. It's part of an effort to turn Northern Australia into a strategic hub for U.S. forces. Australia's
That's the perfect place. The outback got more than enough room for all of that.
Size allows the U.S. to spread its facilities across a vast area. American Marines and fighter aircraft operate from bases in the north. U.S. military equipment is being stored over 2,000 miles away in the south. And American nuclear submarines will soon start rotating through a naval base on the west coast.
Oh my gosh.
Should war break out, the U.S. can send these forces to its
so
network
far.
of bases spread throughout the region.
These guys are basically broken up into three because Australia is so humongous. It's like, we'll take care of this, you take care of this section, y'all take care of this section right here. Boom. Wow. Look at that.
The work has taken on a new urgency as concerns grow over China's frequent military exercises around Taiwan.
We're up here in Darwin right now, and that's where
See, they're so arrogant. They're doing the exercises around Taiwan. Come on, bro. That's dangerous at the same time. Imagine if China and the U.S. clashed over Taiwan. What does that do for Taiwan? The beautiful place you want, you finna ruin it. You finna destroy it. By the time that war is over, what? You telling me it's not gonna get to the ground level? It is eventually. It is. They bringing in ships and that's how this goes. They're gonna fight on the land, and they're gonna ruin people's homes and this and that, and just tear that whole place down. I feel bad, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Taken on a new urgency as concerns grow over China's frequent military exercises around Taiwan.
Spiteful.
we're up here in
So
Darwin
spiteful.
right now, and that's where the Marine Air Ground Task Force from MRFD deploys for about 6 months.
Colonel Mulvihill commands a contingent of around 2,000 American Marines in Australia. In the event of a conflict, these troops would be deployed to areas within the range of China's missiles, aircraft, and ships.
Nobody wants a war with China, so how do these forces deter and bring stability to the region? It's really our main focus. The key is to balance your lethality with your survivability. We've been fighting wars in Iraq and Afghanistan for over a decade, and the tactics that we applied there just don't apply to the modern battle space.
That's what I'm saying, guys, and this is exactly why I said, or I asked, does the U.S. reward us some type of way? Do we pay? Do we compensate? Tip, whatever you want to say. I feel like we should, because a lot of these countries have way better training, strategies than us. Their tactics are so much better, and they have showed us up all the time when we do the training sequences together. Yes, when we meet up literally in Las Vegas, Nevada, out there and about, and they do the sequences and stuff. They literally have like the building set up and everything. It looks like Iraq out there in Las Vegas with the whole training thing. Show us up every time. It's like, oh, how'd you do that? I've seen so many like combat videos of like my military, like America, the American military being stuck in combat for hours, for days, because they just didn't know how to push or move or flank from this side. They were stuck. The plans didn't work out, and it was like, we don't know what to do now. You got to have like a level of common sense and bravery. You got to like think outside the box sometimes. Well, what can we do? And that's what these other countries offer. Not saying that the U.S. soldiers are dumb or anything. Absolutely not. I'm just saying there's always somebody else who is thinking maybe one more step, maybe two more steps ahead of you. You never know. We are all not know-it-alls. In the times of war, do you want to keep your life? You want to put your pride to the side to keep your life, or do you want to die? You know what I'm saying? Let's hear out the best advice and listen so we can survive. Because I know these soldiers know, like, some of them have been caught, stuck, and it's like, we can't get no airstrike. There's no air support. There's nothing. We're screwed. Yes, like it's a movie. What? I've seen sequences where it's Canada, where it's Australia, where it's only 4 soldiers like this, lined up. 2 right here, 1 here, 1 facing the back, going in the sequence. Literally, going in the sequence. Staying together. Against like 15, 20 other soldiers. Taking them all down. That doesn't even make any sense. That's really embarrassing, I don't want to like rant about it, but I feel like our training should be so much more better, because yet again, man, I love my U.S. soldiers. They fighting for us. I don't want them to lose their life. I want them to make it back home to their family, and I want them to have the best training as possible, especially since they know, well, hopefully they know, or like, we know that there is better training out there that can save their lives and help, for real.
So distributed operations just don't apply to the modern
I'm
battle
sorry to
space.
rant. I'm
So
sorry.
distributed operations, those forces are more survivable because they have a smaller signature management, physically, electromagnetically. They're harder for our adversaries to find.
We traveled with the Marines deep into the outback to see how they are fine-tuning a strategy seen as critical to fighting China in its neighborhood. In a conflict scenario, teams of Marines would move forward as far and as fast as possible. Their deployment in small, fanned-out units requires developing nimble resupply tactics.
Behind us is a forward refueling point where they've set up basically a temporary gas station for these Ospreys.
Dispersing troops and equipment is a tactic designed to make it harder
Cool. That is pretty cool. A temporary gas station. Okay.
for enemies to detect and take out units in one decisive blow. America's growing footprint in Australia is part of a broad shift in how the U.S. positions its forces as it seeks to deter China. Any U.S. military action in the region would involve America's large military bases in South Korea, Japan, and Guam. But these bases and their fuel and logistics facilities would likely be targeted by China in the early stages of a conflict. Any reinforcements being sent from the U.S. West Coast to Asia could take days to arrive. The U.S. plan is to disperse troops and supplies across the region to mitigate this threat. Huge new tanks have been built in Australia's north to allow more American aircraft to refuel.
The idea of creating infrastructure and to be able to forward posture capabilities is really important for us. The distances from places like Camp Pendleton and even Hawaii are so long that it would be costly and inefficient to constantly bring material and vehicles and even fuel in and out. Our actions obviously have strategic implications, and that's why we're regularly rehearsing bringing those forces in, bringing those capabilities in, because Darwin and the Northern Territory is such strategic terrain.
China has warned the U.S. military buildup in northern Australia could spark an arms race, but the American military continues to beef up its presence here as it shifts to focus on the threat from China. It's a vast effort to prepare for a conflict unlike any it has fought for decades.
Interesting. And it's crazy how I just learned about this today and I'm a year late. Very disappointed in myself. Very disappointed in myself. Good to see that we didn't go to war and actually, go to war over Taiwan. Was it Taiwan? Oh my gosh. See, now I'm in my head. Was it Taiwan or was it Thailand? Oh my gosh. I'm in my head now. I hate when I do this all the time because I get to confusing myself. Perfectly fine the whole video and then what?
Advantages for the U.S. Lying outside the range of most Chinese missiles, the country has been compared to an unsinkable lying direct conflict. Barely if that happened.
Yeah, Taiwan. I was right the first time, not Thailand. It's always something, bro. It's always something with my mind. I'll be playing tricks on myself. Everybody, please feel free to educate me down below in the comment section. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. Include some more facts, some more knowledge pertaining to this beautiful topic that we're reacting to today. Actually, let's go ahead and shout this channel out. Shout out to the Wall Street Journal. Original video link will be down below in the description. Feel free to follow me on Twitch in the description down below as well, guys. Stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. Do you think that this can ever spark again? Do you think that this tension between China and the U.S., because you guys know about the tariffs, the percentages, and the beef going on, that's still ongoing? Do you think like soon tension could spark and maybe that could happen again? Or was that fully like settled? Was that fully settled? There's no telling if that could, truly spark again, right? Depending how China feels. If they want Taiwan, I think they're gonna make it known. They might just go up in there. But of course, the U.S. is gonna swoop in, so that's gonna be war. But a year, if they was gonna do it, they was gonna do it. But please let me know if it's still active though. Are people still doing the active trainings in those areas? Is China still actively training and doing the sequences around Taiwan? That's so crazy. That's so messed up. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. And it really is scary because it's like I feel like maybe in certain situations, I feel like the U.S. would be more so worried about pulling everybody out of Taiwan. Yo, we got to get these people out. We got to help them because it's going down. While China just don't care and they dropping it on us. That's exactly what I keep imagining in my head. Like the ruthlessness of them. Like don't care. They're gonna just drop it on us while we're helping. Like you all can go. Like I feel like that's how they be thinking. Like you guys let me know in the comments, but I'm not. That's not all of them, of course. But I feel like strategic. This is war. This is war. And I feel like stuff like that can happen. You try to save the people and then you get yourself caught up in it. Soldiers, lost lives, this and that, and it sucks, man. But good thing it didn't get to that. Hopefully it never does. We have bigger issues now. We got the whole tariff situations, different things going on. People are creating new relationships with other countries and stuff, kind of moving away from the U.S. Not really dealing with the U.S. at all. Like nobody even wants to spark tension with the U.S. right now. They just want to leave us alone. It's nobody even wants the drama with us. They just want to, ugh. That's literally how people feel. Stay safe, everyone. I love you all, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.